जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्टतरस शिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्टतरस शिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसाष्टतरस शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिला गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंद आत्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरु श्री जुता पद कमला श्री गुरु वैष्णव वंश श्री रूपम सग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM about Priyavrata Maharaj. Yesterday I told I will check how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commented on that part where Priyavrata Maharaj regrets that I was so much engaged in sense enjoyment, materialistic activities, and I became attached or handpecked to my wife. That part I wanted to see, so I copied. I will read, but it is opening very slow. So today, chapter 2 in the 5th canto is starting. 1 second, it is still opening. Yesterday I told that it may be like true that someone may become degraded in due course of time if he is not careful about his sadhana, or it is out of humility. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he commented, I will read. The verse is, Priyavrata, of unlimited power and prowess, once began to consider himself dissatisfied because of contact with materialism from ruling the kingdom after having surrendered to the feet of Narada. He became disgusted with his situation. He then spoke. So this is the verse, and the commentary is, this verse shows his withdrawal from material enjoyment and the increase in strength of renunciation. He appeared to get no satisfaction from contact with the material world after having surrendered to the feet of Narada, offering respects to him as Guru. Even though he felt inner bliss, since he was unattached to ruling the kingdom, he felt disgust with the kingdom. That is the significance of the word Eva in this verse. So the point is, already he got higher bliss by following the instructions of Narad. And also, when Brahma instructed him, it is the Supreme Lord's order, you rule this, so he was ruling. So he was getting inner bliss. But from this kind of worldly, this ruling and these things, he was not attached. He was unattached. And he also gradually felt this is not necessary. He felt disgusted with this, with the kingdom. Then he thought, better I give this up and only I will remember Supreme Lord and directly do all those devotional forms. So it was not according to Vishwanath Chakravarti, because you see, there are different lilas described. And from such lilas, different acharyas can, according to time, place, circumstance and necessity of the audience, they can extract certain teaching for us. So sometimes in explaining the lilas, acharyas will differ from each other, but that does not mean one is right, another is wrong. But what kind of teaching they want to give us, what is necessary. So Srila A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj, he wrote that he became degraded, but because he was doing bhajan before, he quickly again regained that spiritual. But here Vishwanath Thakur is telling that he became disgusted with that part. But not that he became degraded, but only disgusted, so he gave up to fully engage in the service. Like Dhruva also. Dhruva also got kingdom from Narayan, and he was doing that as a duty, but he was not happy with that. Then ultimately he gave up, and then he fully engaged himself in the service of Krishna. There are so many examples of how, like in regard to Bharat Maharaj, how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained. It will come in this canto, that Bharat Maharaj, though he was in Bhava stage, but he had some semblance of Prarabdha Karma also there, that attachment for there. That is why this happened, and it was by the will of Krishna to make him more quickly purified. But Sanatana Goswami, he told that Bharat Maharaj was pure, but in order to give example to conditioned souls, what will happen if you do this mistake, to give them teaching by example, he made that as a lila. But there was otherwise no fault. And also that Sobari Rishi, we have to get teaching from Sobari Rishi, because he committed offense to Garuda. He had to fall down into worldly enjoyment, but he came back to his senses after. So there we have to get this teaching. But here also Sanatana Goswami said this was given teaching for us, by he himself is pure, to show this what is happening. Like Gadadhar Pandit Goswami, he's Radharani, he shows the pastime of committing offense to Pundarik Vidyanidhi to give us teaching, that you cannot detect who is a Vaishnava by only external vision. So different ways they may explain, but those who are acharyas, they have some good purpose in that. Or like with Shyamananda Prabhu, what happened there when he changed rasa. So some will explain, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained in one way, because it was necessary according to that time to show that if Guru is not fully realized soul, then he cannot actually determine the rasa of his disciple properly. Sometimes, if he's not realized, he may commit wrong determination. Then, by Jiva Goswami's grace, he got right, according to his eternal nature. But some others say that Radharani wanted to take him there in that group like this. So different, because during the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, many were like this. They were like doing Siddha Pranali, but not realized soul, so they would give wrong. By their imagination, they would give some identity, and that was wrong. That was not according to his soul, or according to what Krishna reveals. So we should not become disturbed if sometimes Vaishnava Acharyas, they differ in their explanation of Leelas. We have to understand the purpose, and also if they differ sometimes in their approach to practice. The main thing is you have to see whether he is pure soul. Then whatever he does is good for that time, for that person like this. So that only we have to, and then we have to understand why this is happening. So chapter 2, the activities of Maharaj Agnidra. Shri Shuka Uvach. Evam pitari sampravrite tat anushasane vartamana agnidro jambudvipau kasah praja aurasavat dharma veksha manah parya gopayat. That is why sometimes I like to see how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained. That does not mean that I'm thinking Srila A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj is wrong. No. But just I want to see how they commented on certain points. One time also, Srila Bhaktiraj Kakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj asked Prabhupada that Rupa Goswami, he wrote like this, and Sanatana Goswami wrote like this. Both are personal associates of Mahaprabhu. How we can understand? Then Prabhupada smiled and said, why do you think it is said adokshaja? Adokshaja means beyond our material perception. So you cannot understand that which is beyond. And that lila is unlimited. So someone will see like this, or it may happen in one kalpa like this. Someone will see like this, or in some will happen like this. Like Mahaprabhu disappeared in 3 different ways, and all are correct, because his lila is unlimited, and to some devotees he showed disappearance lila like this, to someone else in like this, someone else like this. Also Vyasadeva, he wrote Vedanta Sutra, and all these Vaishnava Acharyas, they were praying to him and getting his grace, and they all commented in a slightly different way, but all those commentaries are correct, approved by Vyasadeva. And Rupa Goswami also in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, you have different ways of understanding also. That Kriti Sadhava Sadhava, that verse. And Rupa Goswami can confirm both. Yes, this is what is correct. And that is correct like this. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur himself sometimes in commentaries gives multiple options how this verse can be explained. So we should not be disturbed by variety. There is unlimited variety. Sri Shukadev Goswami continued. After his father Maharaj Priyavrata departed to follow the path of spiritual life by undergoing austerities, King Agnidra completely obeyed his order. Strictly observing the principles of religion, he gave full protection to the inhabitants of Jambudvip as if they were his own begotten sons. Jambudvip is this one. We are Asia is Jambudvip. India is also in Jambudvip. Sa cha kadachit pitriloka kamah suravara vanita krira chala dronyam bhagavantam vishwasrijam patim abrita paricharyo pakarana Atmaika griyena tapasvaradhayam bhabhuva. Desiring to get a perfect son and become an inhabitant of Pitriloka, Maharaj Agnidra once worshipped Lord Brahma, the master of those in charge of material creation. He went to a valley of Mandara hill, where the damsels of the heavenly planets come down to stroll, means walk here and there. There he collected garden flowers and other necessary paraphernalia, and then engaged in severe austerities and worship. Tat upalabhya bhagavan adi purushah sadasi gayantim purvachitim namapsarasam abhiya payam asa. Understanding King Agnidra's desire, the first and most powerful created being of this universe, Lord Brahma selected the best of the dancing girl in his assembly, whose name was Purvachiti, and sent her to the king, that is Apsara. They are celestial dancers. Sa cha tat ashramo pavanam ati ramaniyam vivida nibira vitapa nikara samshlishta purata lataruda stala vihangama mitunai prochyamana shrutibih prati bodhyamana salila kukuta karandava kalaham sadibhir vichitram upakujitamala jalashaya kamalakaram upababrama. The Apsara sent by Lord Brahma began strolling in a beautiful park near the place where the king was meditating and worshipping. The park was beautiful because of its dense green foliage and golden creepers. There were pairs of varied birds such as the peacocks, and in a lake there were ducks and swans, all vibrating very sweet sounds. Thus the park was magnificently beautiful because of the foliage, the clear water, the lotus flowers, and the sweet singing of various kinds of birds. Tasyah sulalita gamana pada vinyasa gati vilasayash chanu padam kana yamana ruchira charana bharana swanam upakarnya naradeva kumara samadhi yogena milita nayana nalina mukula jugalam ishat vikachaya vyachashta. As Purvachiti passed by on the road in a very beautiful style and mood of her own, the pleasing ornaments on her ankles tinkled with her every step. Although Prince Agnidra was controlling his senses, practicing yoga with half-open eyes, he could see her with his lotus-like eyes, and when he heard the sweet tinkling of her bangles, he opened his eyes slightly more and could see that she was just nearby. Tam eva vidure madhukarim iva sumanasa upaji grantim divija manuja mano nayanachlada dughair gati vihara vrira vinaya valoka suswaraksharavayaver manasi nrinam kusumayudhasya vidadhatim vivaram nijamukha vigalita mrita sava sahasa bashanamoda madanda madukara nikaro parodhena drutapada vinyasena valgu spandana stana kalasha kavara bhara rashanam devim tat avalokanena vivritavasarasya bhagavato makara dvajasya vasham upanito jaravat iti hovacha. Here in 5th canto, verses are very long in this canto. Like a honeybee, the Apsaras smelled the beautiful and attractive flowers. She could attract the minds and vision of both humans and demigods by her playful movements, her shyness and humility, her glances, the very pleasing sounds that poured from her mouth as she spoke, and the motion of her limbs. By all these qualities, she opened for Cupid, who bears an arrow of flowers, a path of aural reception into the minds of men. When she spoke, nectar seemed to flow from her mouth. As she breathed, the bees, mad for the taste of her breath, tried to hover about her beautiful lotus-like eyes. Disturbed by the bees, she tried to move hastily, but as she raised her feet to walk quickly, her hair, the belt on her hips, and her breasts, which were like water jugs, also moved in a way that made her extremely beautiful and attractive. Indeed, she seemed to be making a path for the entrance of Cupid, who is most powerful. Therefore, the prince, completely subdued by seeing her, spoke to her as follows. Ka tvam chikirshasi chakim munivarya shaile mayasi kapi bhagavat para devatayaha vijye bibharshi dhanushi suhrit atmanorthe kim va mrigan mrigayase vipine pramatan. The prince mistakenly addressed the Apsara. O best of saintly persons, who are you? Why are you on this hill? And what do you want to do? Are you one of the illusory potencies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? You seem to be carrying two bows without strings. What is the reason you carry these bows? Is it for some purpose of your own, or for the sake of a friend? Perhaps you carry them to kill the mad animals in this forest. Here it is written in commentary that her eyebrows were like bows without strings. So he was attracted. Bano imo bhagavatah shata patra patro shanto apunkha ruchiro ati tigmadanto kasmei yuyungshasi vane vicharana vidmaha kshemaya no jora dhiyam tava vikramo stu. Then Agnidra observed the glancing eyes of Purvachiti and said, "My dear friend, you have two very powerful arrows, namely your glancing eyes. Those arrows have feathers like the petals of a lotus flower. Although they have no shafts, they are very beautiful and they have very sharp, piercing points. They appear very peaceful, and thus it seems that they will not be shot at anyone. You must be loitering in this forest to shoot those arrows at someone, but I cannot understand whom. My intelligence is dull, and I cannot combat you. Indeed, no one can equal you in prowess, and therefore I pray that your prowess will be for my good fortune." This is all with purpose. We will get the teaching from this. Shishya ime bhagavatah paritah patanti gayanti sama sarhasyam ajasramisham yushmachika vilulitaha sumano bivrishtihi sarve bhajanti rishigana iva veda shakaha. Seeing the bumblebees following Purvachiti, Maharaj Agnidra said, "My dear Lord, the bumblebees surrounding your body are like disciples surrounding your worshipable self." See how he's saying, "My Lord, worshipable self." They are incessantly chanting the mantras of the Samaveda and the Upanishads, thus offering prayers to you. Just as the great sages resort to the branches of Vedic literatures, the bumblebees are enjoying the showers of flowers falling from your hair. He was saying like this. There are many branches of Vedic literatures. First Veda was one that was Rig Veda. Then Vyasadeva divided into four: Rig, Yajur, Atharva and Sama, or maybe it was Sama. One was one name, I think Rig. Then he categorized, and each of these four Vedas, they have four parts: Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishad. Samhita is about sacrifices, and then Brahmana and Aranyaka is almost like forest. That for Upanishad, gradually it becomes more philosophical. Upanishads are fully philosophical. That is why Gyanis, they only go through Upanishads. And then Vyasa wrote Vedanta Sutra to categorize Upanishads, to explain Upanishads. Then he wrote, for less intelligent, he wrote Mahabharata, and within it Gita and Puranas. They are as fifth Veda, and they give the same teaching as the four Veda, but still he was not satisfied. Then ultimately he wrote SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. Then he was fully satisfied, because there the essence of everything is given, and clearly it is mentioned that pure devotion is the ultimate goal of life. That is why Mahaprabhu told us to read Bhagavatam. Vacham param charana panjara titirinam brahman arupa mukharam shrinavama tubhyam labda kadamba ruchir anka vitanka bimbe yasyam alata paridhi kva cha valkalam te. O Brahmana, he is thinking, he is a Brahmana, he is a lady, Apsara. O Brahmana, I can simply hear the tinkling of your ankle bells. Within those bells, titiri birds seem to be chirping among themselves. Although I do not see their forms, I can hear how they are chirping. When I look at your beautiful circular hips, I see they are the lovely color of kadamba flowers, and your waist is encircled by a belt of burning cinders. Indeed, you seem to have forgotten to dress yourself. Yellow silk. Kadamba flowers are yellow. Kim sambritam ruchi rayor dvija shringayoste madhya krishovahas yatra drishik shritame pankorunah surabir atma vishana idrik yenashramam subagame surabi karoshi. Agnidra then praised Purvachiti's raised breasts. He said, "My dear Brahmana, your waist is very thin, yet with great difficulty you are carefully carrying 2 horns, to which my eyes have become attracted. What is filling those 2 beautiful horns? You seem to have spread fragrant red powder upon them, powder that is like the rising morning sun. O most fortunate one, I beg to inquire where you have gotten this fragrant powder that is perfuming my ashram, my place of residence." Shukadeva Goswami is a realized soul. He was sent by Supreme Lord to give Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, to rescue him from Maya and to take him back home, back to Godhead. So Shukadeva Goswami is not wasting any time. Everything what he is telling has a purpose. So we should not think. Everything has a beneficial purpose. Lokam pradarshaya suhritama tavakam me yutratya itam ura sava yavau apurvau asmad vidasya mana unayano vibharti bahu adbhutam sarasarasa sudhadi vaktre. O best friend, will you kindly show me the place where you reside? I cannot imagine how the residents of that place have gotten such wonderful bodily features as your raised breasts, which agitate the mind and eyes of a person like me who sees them. Judging by the sweet speech and kind smiles of those residents, I think that their mouths must contain nectar. Ka vatma vritir adanat dhavir angavati Vishno kalasyani mi shon makaro chakarno udvigna mina jugalam dvija pankti shochir asana bringa nikaram sara in mukam te. My dear friend, what do you eat to maintain your body? Because you are chewing betel, a pleasing scent is emanating from your mouth. This proves that you always eat the remnants of food offered to Vishnu. Indeed, you must also be an expansion of Lord Vishnu's body. Your face is as beautiful as a pleasing lake. Your jeweled earrings resemble 2 brilliant sharks with unblinking eyes like those of Vishnu. And your own eyes resemble 2 restless fish. Simultaneously, therefore, 2 sharks and 2 restless fish are swimming in the lake of your face. Besides them, the white rows of your teeth seem like rows of a very beautiful swans. Rows, like lines, in the water, and your scattered hair resembles swarms of bumblebees following the beauty of your face. Yo so tvaya kara saroja hatah patango dikshu brahman brahmata ejayate kshinime muktam nate smara sivakra jatha varutham kashto nilo harati lampata esha nivim. My mind is already restless, and by playing with a ball, moving it all about with your lotus-like palm, you are also agitating my eyes. Your curling black hair is now scattered, but you are not attentive to arranging it. Are you not going to arrange it? Like a man attached to woman, the most cunning wind is trying to take off your lower garment. Are you not mindful of it? Rupam tapodhana tapascharatam tapognam hyetatu kena tapasa bhava to palabdham chartum taporhasi maya saha mitra mahyam kim va prasidati savai bhava bhavano me. O best among those performing austerities, where did you get this wonderful beauty that dismantles the austerity performed by others? Where have you learned this art? What austerity have you undergone to achieve this beauty, my dear friend? I desire that you join me to perform austerity and penance, for it may be that the Creator of the universe, Lord Brahma, being pleased with me, has sent you to become my wife. And that was actually true. Brahma sent him because he wanted to have a son. Na tvam tvajami daitam dvija devadatam yasmin manodrik api no naviyati lagnam mam charu shringyarhasi netum anuvratanam te chitam yatah pratisarantu shivaha sachivyaha. Lord Brahma, who is worshipped by the Brahmanas, has very mercifully given you to me, and that is why I have met you. I do not want to give up your company, for my mind and eyes are fixed upon you and cannot be drawn away. O woman with beautiful raised breasts, I am your follower. You may take me wherever you like, and your friends may also follow me. Shri Shuka Uvach Iti Lala Nanu Nayati Visharado Gramya Vaidagdhyaya Paribhasaya Tam Vibhuda Vadhum Vibhuda Matir Abhisabhajayam Asa. Shukadev Goswami continued, Maharaj Agnidra, whose intelligence was like that of a demigod, knew the art of flattering women to win them to his side. He therefore pleased that celestial girl with his lusty words and gained her favor. Sa cha tata stasya vira yuta pater buddhi shila rupavayah Shriyau daryena parakshipta manastena saha yuta parivatsa ropa lakshanam kalam jambudvipa patina bhauma swarga bhogan bhubhuje. Attracted by the intelligence, learning, youth, beauty, behavior, opulence, and magnanimity of Agnidra, the king of Jambudvip and master of all heroes, Purvachiti lived with him for many thousands of years and luxuriously enjoyed both worldly and heavenly happiness. Many thousands of years. He was attracted and she was also attracted. So they enjoyed for many thousands of years. Worldly and heavenly. Tasyam uhava atmajan saraja vara agnidro nabi kim purusha hari varshe Ramya ka hiran maya kuru badrashva ketumala samgyan nava putran ajanayat. In the womb of Purvachiti, Maharaj Agnidra, the best of kings, begot 9 sons, named Nabi, Kimpurusha, Harivarsha, Ilavrita, Ramyaka, Hiranmaya, Kuru, Badrashva, and Ketu Mala. Sa Sutvata Sutan Navanu Vatsaram Griha Eva Pahaya Purvachitir Bhuya Evajam Devam Upataste. Purvachiti gave birth to these 9 sons, 1 each year, but after they grew up, she left them at home and again approached Lord Brahma to worship him. Here in the commentary, there are many instances in which Apsaras, heavenly angels, have descended to this earth by the order of a superior demigod like Lord Brahma or Lord Indra, have followed the demigod's order by marrying someone and giving birth to children, and have then returned to their celestial homes. For example, after Menaka, the celestial woman who had come to delude Vishwamitra Muni, gave birth to the child Shakuntala, she left both the child and her husband and returned to the heavenly planets. Purvachiti did not remain permanently with Maharaj Agnidra. After cooperating in his household affairs, she left Maharaj Agnidra and all 9 sons and returned to Brahma to worship him. But in the case of Kardam Rishi, he was with Devahuti, and after the son was born, he left. Agnidra sutaste matur anugrahat out pati keneva samhanana balopetaha pitra vibhakta atmatulya namani yata bhagam jambudvipavarshani bhujuhu. But she left when they were grown up, because for raising the children, mother is necessary. So when they grown up, she left. Because of drinking the breast milk of their mother, the 9 sons of Agnidra naturally had strong, well-built bodies. Their father gave them each a kingdom in a different part of Jambudvip. The kingdoms were named according to the names of the sons. Thus, the sons of Agnidra ruled the kingdoms they received from their father. Agnidro Rajatripta Kamanam Apsarasam Evanudinam Adi Manyamanas Tasya Salokatam Shrutibir Avarunda Yatra Pitaro Madayante. After Purvachiti's departure, King Agnidra, his lusty desires not at all satisfied, always thought of her. You see, after thousands of years enjoying heavenly and worldly happiness, pleasures, he was not satisfied. This is the point. Therefore, in accordance with the Vedic injunctions, the king, after his death, was promoted to the same planet as his celestial wife. That planet, which is called Pitriloka, is where the Pitas, the forefathers, live in great delight. This was also one his desire, to go to Pitriloka and to have son. So he got both by the blessing of Brahma. So here, if one always thinks of something, he certainly gets a related body after that. Maharaj Agnidra was always thinking of Pitriloka, the place where his wife had returned. Therefore, after his death, he achieved that same planet, probably to live with her again. But here, Srila Bhaktan Swami Maharaj gives verse from Gita, that whatever you will think at the time of death, you will get your birth accordingly. And if you think of Supreme Lord, then you will go to Him. That is why we have to do that Smaran Bhakti. What you will think in your practice time, that you will attain in your perfection time. So, devotees, they are doing kirtan, harinam, to purify their heart, and then in their purified heart they are thinking of the Leela of Supreme Lord all the time, and about their service to Krishna and about their own form. They are doing this practice. Then at the time of death, they will also think, so they will enter into that Leela. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also in that last song he said, Esuko Shayanas Mori, Bhaja Mana Radha Hori, Seilila Probeshero Ashe. With the desire to enter into those pastimes, I am remembering these pastimes of Radha Krishna, their sleep, transcendental sleep. My mind, you always worship Radha Krishna by remembering this Leela. Remembrance is one kind of worship, one kind of bhakti. With this desire that I want to enter there. So devotees, they will enter. Pure devotees, not all devotees, those who are pure devotees, those who have no any other desire of this world, only they want to serve Krishna in their spiritual form as they realized it. Then if you get this remembrance already before you die, before you give up this body, then you can enter into Leela. Otherwise you will have to take some more births to perfect your sadhana. Samparete pitari nava brataro meru durhitrir meru devim pratirupam Ugradam Sritim Latam Ramyam Shyamam Narim Badram Deva Vitim Iti Sangya Navo Da Vahan. After the departure of their father, the 9 brothers married the 9 daughters of Meru, named Meru Devi, Pratirupa, Ugradamstri, Lota, Ramya, Shyama, Nari, Badra, and Devaviti. That is Lonkai, like Krishna, Shyama, they are female names. So Ramya, Rama, if Lonkai, Pratirupa, Swayam Rupa can also be. Badra. So many devotees, they don't know when some devotees from India, they are singing Shama, Shama, Sham, or Shama, Shama. That is the name of Radharani, Shyama, if it is long A. Shyam is Krishna, or with short Shama. But Shyama means Radharani. Jai Radhe Radhe, Jai Radhe Radhe. And then he's singing Jai Shama Shama, Jai Shama Shama. That is Radharani's name, not Krishna's name, Sham. Radhe Shyam means Radhe Krishna, Radhe Shyam. But Shyama is Radharani, one name. So sometimes they sing Shyama, Shyam. What is that song? Brajajana Manasukakari, Radhe Shyama, Shyama, Shyam. Radhe Shyam, Shyama, Shyam. Is Radhe Krishna, Radhe Shyam, Shyama, Shyam. That in second, it is not 3 times Krishna, but it is Shyama, means Radharani, Shyam. So here also this name is Shyama. So tomorrow we will hear next chapter. This was the end of this chapter, because Rishabdev will appear now. Rishabdev, and then his son is Bharat Maharaj. Gradually this is Leela is unfolding. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, हरि बोलो, हरि बोलो, हरि बोलो। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचदत्तात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल।